Good morning, fellow statisticians. I wanted to take a few moments to make this video to kind of show you around our Canvas course as we get ready to begin our fourth 8 weeks Math 128 coursework. So when you log into your Canvas account, it's going to take you to this home page, where I tell you a little bit about what this cartoon represents and encourage you to begin by coming over here in the course navigation menu on the far left and going to your course modules. Now, when you go to your course modules, the first place that I would like you to go is to this course introduction page. In this course introduction page, I have included a plethora of important information relative to this course. This includes an introduction to me. There's a link to the syllabus here and a little bit of information about the basic layout of the course in the course introduction module. So be sure to click on all of these links and read through, everything that I've posted here, and don't hesitate to message me with any questions that you have. Now you can return to the course modules by, again, returning to the course navigation on the far left. And here's an opportunity for you to introduce yourself. And so this is our first discussion, where you can basically just click on reply and answer the questions and then provide any other information that you want to provide us about yourself, your family, and whatnot. But returning to course modules, what I want to point out is that there is a link in here to your textbook. This is where you'll find the reading for the course as well as examples. And then you'll find a module for each of the chapters that we'll be covering, starting with chapter 1. In each module, there are the learning objectives always at the beginning, and then additional resources. We have additional videos that we have made, that can be found on this page. Here is a PowerPoint published by the textbook authors that you might find helpful. And then there's a discussion group every week for a place where you can post a question for anyone to respond to. Although you'll see in the reading that I'll point out here in the announcements that you can also always message me, and I'll show you how you go about doing that. And then at the end of each of the chapter modules, you'll find the graded assignments. And when you click on a graded assignment, it will take you to an outside resource known as My Open Math. Okay? Now, I mentioned the announcements. It's in the announcements where I am going to be communicating with you most frequently. So you have got to make it a point to check your announcements each and every week. I already have several announcements posted. This one is very important. You need to get a download of Microsoft Excel because we are going to be using it likely as our primary resource. And instructions on how you go about getting Microsoft Excel can be found here. If I return to the announcements, I also have a welcome message where you will find where you have found a link to this video and just a highlighting of some of the most important pages in the syllabus to look at, but be sure to go through the entire syllabus. Again, returning to announcements, there is a letter from me, and I have included a lot of information in this document that you definitely need to take the time to read. I'm loading a preview and it's taking a bit, so let me go ahead and click download. And again, don't hesitate to message me with any questions you might have about anything that I have included in this document. There are things in this document about checking emails as well as your messages in Canvas. I'll be setting up a time for us to connect weekly via Zoom as a study group after I gather information from all of you relative to what days and times would work best for those of you interested in connecting via Zoom to go over your questions. A note about weekly attendance being taken and what constitutes presence for the week. A note about due dates. Everything is due on Sunday evening by the end of the day, Eastern Daylight Time, which would be 11:59 p.m. If you, for instance, though, are in Pacific Daylight Time, that's 3 hours earlier. So your assignments are due to be completed by 8:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. A little bit about online tutoring that's available through the college. You can message your instructor on any problem that you see in a graded assignment, and I will respond to you relatively quickly. Talks about the number of attempts that you generally get on each homework or problem. Little bit about getting the exam, and that on most questions, not true, false, of course, but on most questions on your exams, you have 2 attempts to answer the question correctly. And then number 9 is very, very important. If you're looking at the videos where links can be found in the textbook, you'll find that many of the videos in the textbook are showing you how to go about doing these calculations using a graphing calculator, like a TI-83 or a TI-84. You do not need a TI-83 or a TI-84. Don't waste your money. We have created Excel spreadsheets that you will be using from units 8 and beyond that are going to be much easier to use than any tool that you have on a graphing calculator. But we've also included videos in each of the Canvas modules on how you can do the calculations in the chapters prior to Chapter 8 using Microsoft Excel. So you do not need a graphing calculator. You do need Microsoft Excel and some sort of a scientific calculator like the one I've referenced here, okay? So don't go out there and purchase a graphing calculator. You don't need it, okay? You can certainly choose to do so, and I know it like the back of my hand, so I can help you with it, but you're going to find later that Microsoft Excel is just going to be a lot easier to use. All right, now, if you are on a Chromebook, Microsoft Excel does not play well with Chromebooks, but I have created Google Sheets that correspond to the Microsoft Excel documents, and you just need to reach out to me to say, hey, Lynette, I'm on a Chromebook by the time we get to Chapter 8 and beyond, where we have the pre-made Excel spreadsheets. Just let me know that you're working on a Chromebook. Could you send me links or share the links to the Google Sheets? I would be happy to do so, but you need to reach out to me. So read through this announcement very carefully. And again, don't hesitate to message me with any questions that you might have. Okay. So other announcements tell you a little bit about what's coming due and what's expected here in week 1. An announcement about tutoring and advising that is available through the college. So again, it's in the announcements where you will find the greatest proportion of communication from me will be posted, okay? So that kind of gives you a brief introduction. As you look through these materials and these resources that are posted in Canvas, if you come across anything that you've got a question about, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. The best way to do so is via Canvas messages, because I get a notification on my Canvas app on my phone as soon as somebody has